Yeah, we are live.
Nice.
Perfect. Are we live now? Let me
Yeah, we
quickly
are.
share the link. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, I'll turn the volume down there. I'm just gonna share this on my personal profile. But yeah, I guess welcome everyone. You're listening to the Voice of Saskatoon. I'm your radio show host, Anika. Well, I guess show host, Anika. And I have Rashid here with me. Hi, Rashid. Long
Hi,
time.
Anika. Good evening. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, it's been a long time. We were not able to do any show, so it's exciting moment that we are back. So
I know. I do miss our show going there every Sunday morning. It used to be at 8 a.m. So we would go at 7:30. That was not fun waking up on a Sunday morning at 7, but we still did it. And our guests did it too. We had a lot of guests every week. Every
yeah,
week, I should say.
yeah.
But yeah, so you got your second vaccine. How did that go?
Yeah, it went well. Actually, I got my second vaccine day before yesterday, and no symptoms except like I'm sleepy, which is good because I hardly sleep. So it's a good thing that I'm getting more sleep. So I think I will be more energetic after this vaccine. And
You'll be all rested up.
how about you? Did you get your second dose?
Not yet. Soon, hopefully. Got my first. And I didn't feel anything. The only thing was my left arm, I guess, hurt a little bit. But then I knew that was coming. My brother had that experience firsthand. So it was good. And no side effects, nothing. So yeah, we are looking forward to that big day that's coming up, July 11th. Do you want to tell us a little bit more, Rashid? You know more than me about that.
Well, I don't know a lot of things about July 11th, but I know that we will be going normal as we were before March to 2020, before the pandemic. So hopefully everything will be on the right direction. We don't require mask. I think after July 11th, that's the call from Saskatchewan Health. But yeah, like I think I'm super excited to be back in the normal condition where I used to be. I can meet with my friend and maybe some plans for the summer. One thing I would like to remind actually people who are watching today, there is a competition going on between Saskatoon and Regina right now for COVID-19 vaccine doses. So make sure you get your vaccine in Saskatoon because I think we are a little bit behind from Regina. So yeah, I will encourage everyone who is listening today to go and get their vaccine because we want Saskatoon on the top.
Exactly. I know. And yeah, it'll be nice to go back to normal because just not being able to see family and friends, it was definitely tough, but I think we did great. Like Saskatoon and Saskatchewan, I think we did very well, like following the rules for the most part. And that's why we're here. That's why we are opening up soon. So let's keep following the guidelines until then. And even after that, let's just be careful, right? Sanitize our hands, wash our hands. I don't know if you want to wear masks, sure. But yeah. Well, enough of that. Let's now welcome our guest, Makenzie, here with us. Welcome, Makenzie, to our show.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be on.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell our audience who you are, what you do.
Yeah, so hi everyone. If you're listening, my name's Makenzie, and I work at Saskatoon Open Door Society. Oh, did we lose her? Oh, there she is. I work at Saskatoon Open Door Society, which is a settlement agency here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's a very large settlement agency. It's one of many in the city. We've been open for over 40 years. I know Rashid has some experience with the Open Door Society, said he got some settlement support from us many years ago, which is great. Yeah, we have many different departments, much like all the other settlement agencies. We can help with one-on-one counseling, employment. A lot of people do English language classes and so on. But yeah, I'm happy to be with Open Door Society. It's a great organization that does lots of good work.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
I
agree
agree
more.
with you. Yeah, because I got my all the settlement services from Saskatoon Open Door
Nice.
Society back in 2012. So it was a great experience.
Great, that's good to hear.
Perfect. So I'm sure we have the posters posted on our Facebook page, so you guys might have like seen what this is really about. But let's get into detail. So how can we help newcomers settle successfully in Canada with this new program?
Yeah, so it's not necessarily a new program first that we'll talk about, but the reason why I asked Rashid and Annika to come on here today is kind of just to talk about settlement services around Saskatoon in general, because of course many people, newcomers, when they come to Saskatoon, they reach out and they, oops, and as Rashid would know, you can get many different settlement support in various different areas. So that could mean yeah, if you need English language classes, if you need to like get your benchmark level for to start those classes, you can do that. We can help you set up with all that. You can get set up with a counselor, which is kind of your go-to person that'll help you with all various documents. We have lots of organizations have many different employment programs. So whether it's you get an employment counselor or if you just wanted to practice your English language specifically in the job force, then there's various programs for that. Different career mentoring programs. Oh, I could go on. There's so many. There's also childcare, various programs such as that. Yeah, basically settlement agencies are your go-to for if you're a newcomer in Saskatoon. And yeah, that's where you go to. And if you want to get involved more so with the community, they can point you in the right direction. Yeah, I could go on.
No, and I couldn't agree more. Open Door Society has been great. Like I have been involved with them in various ways throughout volunteer events or delivering financial literacy workshops to newcomers. But it's a great organization. Their doors are always open for anyone. Anyone can go in and get help in different fields, as you just mentioned. So definitely a good place for any newcomer. It doesn't matter if you're here, like it's been 2 days or 2 years. You're still more than welcome to go in and seek any help that you might need. So the next question is, what is the process of getting support through zone settlement?
Yeah, so I'll touch on the zone program briefly. So I am the zone coordinator at Open Door Society, and I work closely with the zone coordinator at Saskatchewan Intercultural Association. And so the two of us, we've kind of been tasked to take more of an outreach approach. So when you're a newcomer and you come to Saskatoon, the typical way to go about it, or that was traditionally expected, was that you come and you reach out and you register for settlement support at whatever settlement agency. However, what we're finding is that there's many eligible newcomers in the city who aren't reaching out for support. They're not registered with one of the many settlement agencies that we have throughout the city. And so we kind of looked at that and thought, like, why is that? There could be many reasons. Maybe people just don't know about settlement, the supports that are offered to them. Maybe they don't realize that a lot of them are free. Maybe they're just too busy. Of course, there's a lot to do when you first arrive. So they just don't go through that route, which is fine. But if there's somebody that's, again, an eligible newcomer who is looking for support, what I'm trying to do with my counterpart at SIA is do more things like this, outreach, connect with various faith-based and ethnocultural organizations, and kind of go to where newcomers may be, and then talk about programs. And then so what we do after we kind of make that connection and say for example, if we did an information session, or we went, post-COVID, if we went to an event in the community and got connected and start talking about the various programs throughout the city or settlement services throughout the city, then what we could do is that, we make that connection and we kind of are that point of contact initially, and we can bring them in. They can, we can encourage them to register online, or help them out right there, and do kind of an initial quick intake, just to kind of get their contact information, see what kind of needs they have. And then what we do, so I've mentioned the fact that there's many settlement agencies around the city here, and we all work together in a way. So there's one settlement agency, it's called International Women of Saskatoon, IWS, that has been tasked with doing a very like holistic needs assessment for newcomers. And so what we do is we encourage that once we make a connection with the newcomer who needs settlement support, we encourage them to go to IWS or work with IWS to get that full holistic needs assessment that'll cover everything. That they'll look at all your needs, anything that you may need, where you're at, where you want to be, and then what they do is then based on that, then they can refer you out to whichever settlement agency, whatever programs. Of course, they know all the programs and all the services that are offered, and then based on your needs, they can refer you out from that. So that's kind of the process. We all work together, but again, why I'm on here is because we're kind of doing more outreach. We're trying to spread the word, and I know you mentioned, Annika, too, that whether you've been here for 2 days or 2 years, that's the thing is we're finding that there's many people who have been here for a long time but could still use support and just haven't reached out for support. So, we're looking at you. If those people, if they still need support, maybe they just don't realize that they're eligible, then definitely get in contact with us, and then we can kind of be that person to streamline that service and get you registered where you need to go. So
perfect. Just a follow-up question. Oh, Rashid, do you have any question? You go for
it. I just want to say like awesome and amazing, like what settlement agencies are doing in Saskatoon or in Saskatchewan, because that's a great resources. And I just want to remind people that settlement agencies are helping you for your health card, for your jobs, for your rent, for anything, like which you need as a newcomer too. So that's what I got it from. Settlement agency in Saskatoon too. So yeah, thank you for all the work you are doing in the community and in Saskatoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. A follow-up question, Makenzie. So did COVID change the way you guys do stuff for newcomers, or like how would you say COVID impacted the way you guys used to do things and now you guys do things?
Yeah, COVID really didn't impact necessarily the support that we give to newcomers, because of course that's an essential service that never stopped, and all the settlement agencies around the city just very quickly adapted to how we needed to adapt. So a lot of things went virtual. We encourage online registration. I know at Open Door, we have an online registration. I believe the other settlement agencies do as well. But those are essential services that couldn't just be stopped. So and all the programming still took place just online. So I know I ran a few workshops and it was virtual. And I mean, as sick as we are of Zoom sometimes, it is a great platform. It is, you could be engaged, you can have a big group of people. So COVID, of course, it impacted in the sense of, we weren't necessarily able to be as open, you could say. We couldn't really have walk-ins at the beginning, and even now, of course. So it's everything's kind of by appointment, but it's still happening, and we're still making it work. And as far as the zone coordination, doing the outreach, I kind of mentioned that post-COVID, it would be ideal that we kind of get into the community, where we go to different events, we go to where the people are. Again, instead of expecting them to come to us. So I don't know, ideally the zone program, the project is relatively new too. So it happened during COVID. But we have big dreams, we have big plans for a post-COVID world, and getting to do way more outreach events and just kind of, being more familiar in the community. And but yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, as I always say, COVID didn't stop things. It did change the way we do it, but
exactly,
life's still going on.
Exactly, for sure.
So I know we briefly talked about it, but then who is eligible for this program?
Yeah, so it's more so like the settlement services. So The zone settlement isn't necessarily its own program. It's just kind of we're our own people doing outreach and trying to promote all of the programs. Just to clear it up. But basically, any permanent residents are eligible. Any people that are eligible for settlement services in general. So you got to be a PR. It depends on your immigration status, but most people, if you're a newcomer, if you're new to the city, are eligible, and we'll just check that out. But again, it's really important to mention that even if you have been here for many years or for a few years and but you still need support, then definitely get in contact with us and we can check that out, and likely someone will be able to support you. So yeah.
I just have a follow-up question on this part. So, are protected person or refugees are also eligible for some of the program for this settlement?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay.
The settlement agencies have the RAP program, the Refugee Assistance Program. So, of course, if you're an immigrant, if you're a refugee, yeah, for sure, we have many, many, many different programs for all the different categories.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
And so for the requirement, you said it's the settlement. So you mentioned they have to be a permanent resident, and as you said, it can be refugee status, whatever status. And is there any age restriction or any other requirement besides being a permanent resident? I'm not too familiar with the requirements for the settlement agencies.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So no, there's no age requirements necessarily, because we have all the settlement agencies have different programs for different ages. I know that a lot of settlement agencies have like youth. It's summer now, so there's lots of youth camps going on. There's the childcare units all around. So yeah, it's not based on age, that's for sure. There's no requirements for that.
Perfect. And how do people contact you?
Yeah, so again, like we said, like I've said, I guess, we're trying to be that initial contact person and trying to, get my face out, get our name out, so that we can help people out and get them referred out. So you can contact us by, well, me, I guess, at Saskatoon Open Door Society. You can do the online registration, and if you do an online registration, then at the bottom there's a you can select how did you hear about us, and then one of the options is through a zone settlement coordinator. And then so if you do that, then that would tell us that, say you were listening to this show, to their show, and you heard about this, then you can throw your registration on there, and then I would be the one to contact you. And then again, like I've spoke earlier about the process, about us referring you to IWS for that larger, more full needs assessment there. Then yeah, if you put the zone coordinator, then I'll be the one to do that. And yeah, we also, kind of on that note, we recommend that process to all, no matter how you've registered, whether it's a walk-in registration or an online registration. Me or if someone else gets that registration, the intake people, then we recommend that referral to everyone, because again, like I've mentioned, that they do the more holistic, the full needs assessment. So yeah, you can do that. You can, if you're wanting to just chat a bit more and ask more questions, you can call Open Door Society, the main number, and ask for Makenzie, the zone coordinator. There's also, like I've mentioned, they're not with us today, but I work closely with Saskatchewan Intercultural Association, who also has a zone coordinator, Heather. And so if you're wanting to ask more about that, then you can give them a call. They also have an online registration as well, and the same idea, you can select the zone coordinator. But yeah, give us a call if you're just wanting to ask more questions, or if you're wanting to register and go through that process with us, and get the support that you need, then for sure. And the other thing I guess I could mention is, not only are we wanting to promote this to the newcomers, but also we want to promote this if you're an organization, if you're business that has, many newcomers, for example, then, we want to partner with you. And that's, like I mentioned before, we're kind of, doing that outreach and connecting with various organizations on the ground. So if you're listening to this and you're an organization, and you want to work together, you want to partner, you want us to come in to do an information session, anything, then for sure get in contact with us. So, and yeah, call Open Door and ask for the zone coordinator.
Perfect. That's all the questions I have, but anything you want to add? Any last comments?
Well, I mean, thank you two for having me. I know you used to do the radio, which is so awesome, and I've been looking at your platform, and it's awesome that you're still using that platform, for this community, for newcomers. So of course it was a perfect, connection when I reached out to you guys. So I'm hoping that your viewers and those who are listening, if you're in Saskatoon and you're wanting to get settlement support, then please, ask us about the process, and we'll help you out. And yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. And I know we do miss our radio show going in, but I guess for our listeners, so me and Rasha, we're not physically going into the radio station anymore, but the show Voice of Saskatoon will keep going on. We'll keep doing great shows like this. And if anyone wants to come to our show or wants to recommend anyone, definitely we're more than welcome. I know you don't see me much anymore, but Rashid is doing a great job carrying it. I'll try to show my face more often. But well, thank you so much. I learned a lot, and we will definitely share this live stream in different pages that Rashid and I are part of. And the video, this live stream is going to stay on Facebook, so I'm sure it'll keep getting more views as we go. And feel free to share that in your network as well. Any comments, Rashid?
Yeah, thank you, Makenzie, for sharing all the information about different settlement agencies which are working for Saskatoon. And I think that's a great show, and that's a great information for the listeners and the newcomers. And we will definitely spread that message out to different communities and partners so that they can approach you and make you more busy, maybe. So,
great. I
yeah,
appreciate
thank you.
That.
Thank you for joining us today.
We got a comment. I'll read out the comment. So Ian said, "Great show. Thanks for doing this important work."
Thank you,
thanks,
Ian.
That's great.
Perfect. So we can go off live now, and I'll get you guys to stay for a bit.
All right. Thanks everyone
for joining.
Yeah.